What's up, YouTube? This is Rambo here with a little commentary for you guys. I'm gonna talk about Modern Warfare 3. As you can see, I'm just starting to use my personal channel again. I hope you guys are okay with that. I am trying to get partnered right now. I have to just fill documents or whatever, and I will be partnered, so I'll be able to gain something out of this, and mainly put a lot of videos out for you guys. Start posting more daily, I guess, as much as I can, really, after when I come back from Providence. But yeah, so as you can see right now, I'm playing some kind of pickup scrims with some of my buddies. We're playing some Dome Demolition right now. We're on offense. I do pretty good this game from what I remember, so yeah, for the gameplay should be pretty decent. As far as Modern Warfare 3, as everyone knows, everyone who's watching this video most likely played the game already. Modern Warfare 3 is pretty much an exact replica of Modern Warfare 2, with some add-ons and different schemes, but all in all, the gameplay is fairly the same. Even the guns and most of the looks are pretty much exactly similar to what Modern Warfare 2 was. From what I heard today, I heard some things today saying that it was a rushed product, but I'm not really going to comment on that, since I mean, I don't know any facts. So mainly my thoughts on Modern Warfare 3 is it's a fun game to play. In my opinion, as far as obviously I'm speaking from a competitive standpoint, and I'm never speaking from like a public match standpoint. But in general, this game would be pretty good competitively. There is a lot of work that needs to be done on this game for it to be competitive compatible. When I say competitive compatible, is for this game for a possibility to play this game at events. There is a lot of things that need to be worked on for this game to be LAN MLG compatible. Example, obviously the LAN is the same as the Modern Warfare 2. And Modern Warfare 2 was not on the circuit mostly because of its LAN incompatibility with MLG requirements, which is mainly having the ability to join a game at the same time, and everything is unlocked. And sadly, Modern Warfare, the Infinity Ward, didn't really give a shit, it seems like, and we're back to case zero. Treyarch had it right from the get-go, except for the round timer that they eventually added fairly soon into the game, and now we're back to dinosaur ages with this game. We're back to you gotta rank up on LAN, and you have no timer, and most of the settings are exactly the same as Modern Warfare 2. So I mean, it's to see if Infinity Ward is gonna give a crap about helping us out this time. I mean, I don't dislike Infinity Ward in any way, shape, or form, because Call of Duty 4 is still my favorite game up to date. But I mean, they really have proven to not really being able to help us in the past, or I don't know if they gave a crap about helping us or not. But yeah, it's to see this time if they're actually going to help us out. If they don't, then I highly doubt this game will be MLG at events. And there's more to it than just fixing the LAN. For example, the capture the flag game type is somewhat broken, as it doesn't count the amount of flags you capture. So it only keeps track of the amount of rounds you win, and it's the same thing in Black Ops. But in Black Ops, on the scoreboard it says the amount of flags a player has captured. So at the end of the game, you can just press select on your scoreboard and go see the amount of flags you captured. And on Modern Warfare 3, I'm sorry, that there's not that luxury of seeing how many flags are captured. So unless you're actually keeping count of the flags, then there's no way in hell you're gonna know who has more flags. And everyone say, well, they can just count, but I'm sorry to say, at MLG events, they have referees to make sure nobody's cheating, and there's no way in hell they're gonna have a referee per station watch every game perfectly to make sure that the flag count is being counted well and everything. So I mean, obviously there could be the thing about having different game types and that aren't CTF, but I mean that all needs to be seen in the end. So that's also a problem. Other game types that I've played in competitive so far is Demolition. Demo's a great game type. You're seeing we're playing it right now. The only problem with Demolition is the overtime. The overtime round is a neutral bomb that can end in a tie if nobody gets a plant off by the end of 5 minutes. and that would create some time restraints for MLG again. They wouldn't be able to play the game type if it isn't changed to where the way I saw it, the way I thought it was when I first played it was once the bomb is planted and you defuse the bomb, it would switch to your like it would be your plant. But that's not the way it works. The way it works is as if you plant the bomb, you need to defuse it, and you need to plant it. You need to replant it after you defuse it. And with that being said, there is a possibility of tie. So it is it is very hard for a competitive scene gameplay like a corporation like MLG to be able to play one of those game types if there's no actual assurance of when the game could end. Other things, S&D, the round limit time is 2:30 again. They didn't care about putting 1:30 like Black Ops was added. I mean, I don't know if they actually knew they did it or not, since I don't think Treyarch and Infinity Ward work together too much. But yeah, in the end, there's a lot of things that need to be fixed in this game for it to be really like. There's a lot of things that I found that would have been easily fixed before the game came out, but like I said earlier, apparently it was a rush product, so I'm not really gonna bash on him for that. But there's so many parts about this game that I just felt it could have been like so much better. Just little small things that could have made this game such a better finished point. As you saw right there, my Xbox was freezing, which is happening sometimes, and which pretty much almost cost us the bomb site. But but in general, this game's a lot of fun. In my opinion, if anyone asked me what I would like to see better on a circuit next year it would be Modern Warfare 3 or Black Ops. Um, at this point, a lot of people have asked me that already, and I'm kind of like separated on two ways. As if the game would not change of the current like the way it is right now. I mean, obviously it wouldn't be playable to start off with, but I mean, there's so many small things that I would like to see changing for this game to be really like top-notch competitive. But in general, obviously little tweaks of guns. Like you can see the Type 95. I just killed a guy with like half a bullet. It was pretty ridiculous. But there's different. You'll have different opinions from different people. But I mean, if you asked me right now, I could see Black Ops being on the circuit for another year because of I don't really believe in all these small things being fixed by the time the next season comes up. But who knows? Again, like I'm mainly giving my opinion on the matter. I don't want to piss anyone off or anything in general. I would love to see Modern Warfare 3 on the circuit because I believe this game is a lot more entertaining to watch. Black Ops is somewhat, I mean, mostly because it's all FAMAS. Obviously, that would change if the game was on the circuit next year. I would make sure that it's not FAMAS only because it's incredibly boring to play and watch. In general, Black Ops is not a bad game. Another thing about this game that I found a bit annoying are the spawns. They seem very inconsistent and really somewhat unlogical at times, to where, especially in Capture the Flag, to where you would be pushing an area and they'd still be spawning in that area. There's a lot of like different variables, I guess, the spawns that should be there but aren't. So I mean, it's pretty hard to understand a game at the fullest right now. Obviously, we just started playing it, and once people figure it out, I'm sure there's going to be ways of controlling those spawns with more accuracy. But I mean, it's just the whole factor of you push left, they spawn right doesn't seem to be very effective right now. There's a lot of like weird spawns that happen. Otherwise, what other thing can I say about this game? The new game modes that they added were that could have been a lot better, but Kill Confirm is a pretty cool game type for public matches. The fact that you have to go pick up the points to get the kill. For everyone saying that could be a competitive game type, I'm sorry to say any game type that requires only kills and no objective will never be an MLG game type, for the simple matter that teams would just sit back and wait all day. For anyone that watched COD XP, it was a perfect example of it. Whoever gets the first points, whoever gets the lead, is mainly going to sit back in positions where they can either just pick up their own tags when they get killed, or just going to camp and mainly make it really hard for the other team to gain position on a map, or just really camp in the randomest corners and make it random for the other team to push in and stuff like that. So I mean, the other game type that was skill dependent that I enjoy a lot was Team Defender. For those who haven't played it, it's like kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like oddball in Halo, to where a team holds there's a team that holds an objective, and I guess they get points for it. But in this game, the team that holds the flag gets double the amount of points for kills, which could have worked if the team that has the flag would have got points. But the problem with the game type is the fact of the matter that if you have a lead and you do not have the flag, there's no reason for you to push for the flag. There is nothing that forces you to go back for that flag. If you have a lead in kills and you mainly run into that other team that's going to be holding the flag, I mean, you're just going to give your team another chance to capture, to get points. And I mean, obviously, it's way more beneficial to be sitting in corners and waiting for people to push towards you if there's no objective, and you have zero reason to push out. So that was the problem with that game type. What I would have liked to see would have been like getting points per like 5 seconds for holding the flag. So that would have forced that would have mainly added another insight to the game to force the other team to push for the flag. Kind of like, I mean, you could almost like see it as domination, to where you can figure out if it's possible to go for more flags, and towards the end of the game, you can, if it's a close game, you can somewhat tell how many flags you need to win the game. So it would have kind of been the same thing, to where if you would it would have made for interesting games if a team had to push for an objective or not. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the game types I've played. I mean, we've tried playing Team Defender and scrims, and it was the same. Like I said, it was really like you had no reason to push for the flag. Other than that, the weapons are a lot of fun in this game, except for the Type 95. I mean, you saw me use it at the start in this game, and it's pretty ridiculous. Like, it's a consistent one burst, no matter what. I have not been hosting on this game because my NAT on Xbox is moderate. So I'm not even playing on host right now, and I'm pretty much one bursting people. So, I mean, I don't really see how that gun has its place in this game. A lot of people are saying it's like the FAMAS and M16 and COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2, but I'm sorry to say, those guns did not get one burst 24/7. Like, it's way more frequent to get one burst with the Type 95 in this game, and the gun shoots a lot faster from what I've seen, like compared to M16. Like, you can get your shots out way quicker, so that also seemed like a problem as far as like gameplay and weapons are concerned. Other than that, the weapons, that's one thing that Infinity Ward has been doing really good at in the past years, is making guns really balanced. So I think that's really that's one thing that they kept doing good, and they did good in this game again. For a lot of SMGs are playable with, a lot of assault rifles are playable with. I mean, obviously the Type 95 kills a lot faster, but it's not like all the other the automatic assault rifles are bad or anything like that. There's still a lot of players that use the ACR and other guns like that. So I mean, it's not really like, it's not that overpowered, but it's still like, I mean, it's still overpowered in its own way. But yeah, so I mean, I got like a minute here left. So mainly Providence is coming up. Today is Monday, or actually no, it's Tuesday, November 15th. Mainly we've played like a few times before. Obviously we played a few times for Black Ops to practice for the event. I'm part of the All-Star West Coast team, even though I live on the East Coast, which is kind of weird, but so yeah, so I mean, for anyone who's trying to watch a stream on Friday night, we'll be playing, and on Saturday, I believe our first match is most likely going to be against NVS for top 6. I believe it's going to be on the feature station if you're at the event itself, so it won't be streamed. But anyways, like I said, guys, I'm going to try and keep my YouTube active now, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys around. Peace.